Hey, what's up guys? It's me again, back with another action figure review, and this time I have the new Marvel Legends Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.2 StarLord figure. And I do not collect many Marvel Legends. This is only the second one I have. I've bought and reviewed a couple, but I usually sell them off once there's like an SH Figuarts replacement because I really love import figures. But this figure has an impressive head sculpt. The joints look like they're a little thicker. It's just a really nice looking Marvel Legend figure. Really looks like an improvement over any other release that I've seen. So there is some art on the side of the box. There's a shot of the figure and the other figures in the line on the back of the box. There is the Build-A-Figure, but this is actually the only figure in the line that doesn't come with a piece to the Build-A-Figure. And the front again, so I'm going to get him out of packaging so we can have a look at the things he comes with, and then I'll look at the figure itself. Okay, and to the top of StarLord's head, he comes in at about 6¼ inches. And for his accessories, we get his blasters, and I think they did a pretty good job on these. I think the first StarLord figure, the blasters actually were one solid gray collar. This one has a gray, a silver, and a copper-like collar, so really good job on the paint on these. The sculpt is good. These are pretty nice guns. And you do get a masked head sculpt with this StarLord figure. It looks good. Again, it has the same paint scheme as his weapons, the copper collar, the silver, and then the dark gray. They did a nice job sculpting this hair, although I feel the collar's off a little on that hair. I think it should be darker. But a nice job on this head sculpt. So that's all the accessories you get with this StarLord figure. No extra hands or anything. These hands are sculpted to hold those weapons. Pretty nice job on them. You can see some veins and some small details in there. And one thing that got me to buy this figure is I think this is one of the best head sculpts I've seen for Marvel Legends to this day. I think they got a pretty decent likeness to Chris Pratt. Again, I think this hair collar could be a little darker. It could be a little better, but for a Marvel Legend, that's actually the best I've seen. Another thing that got me to buy it is these joints are much thicker and they don't seem so rubbery on this figure. Also on the legs, those knee joints look much thicker and more sturdy than any of the other releases I've seen. Marvel Legends are a nice figure and they offer a lot of characters that you wouldn't get elsewhere. But just after having a nice import in your hand, it's hard to go back to these Marvel Legends. But on the import side of it, it's hard to keep buying those expensive figures and collect whole lines of those. So to add a StarLord to the shelf, I think this is an excellent StarLord to get. The sculpt is nice throughout, especially on his jacket. It has a lot of little details and sculpt work in it. The zipper is actually painted separately. It looks really good. You have some texture on the back of the jacket. Also, I really like the shirt on this figure. I have no idea what that says. Must be some kind of space language, but I think it's pretty cool. And then there's even some details on the chest on the shirt. One thing that I found kind of weird about this figure is his crotch piece here, and then the lower legs are like a complete different color, like way off. This is more of a gray, and then this is like brown. I don't know what happened there. It kind of looks like he's wearing chaps. The boots are a pretty nice gray, but I wish they would have painted some of these details like these buckles on there. I wish those were either a black or a silver. They could have did some kind of paint work on those. Maybe do these soles in black, but they didn't, so what can you do? On articulation on this StarLord figure, his head is on a disc and on a ball joint, so it will look all the way around. He will look up that much, and he looks down pretty good. His arms are pegged in on a disc, so they'll go up that far, but they will rotate all the way around. He has an upper bicep swivel, double bend at the elbow, and then the wrists are pegged in and on a disc. He does have ab crunch under that jacket, and if you move the jacket out of the way, it doesn't hinder it at all. Backwards, it does kind of hinder it. Has a swivel at the waist. His legs are on ball joints. They will go out to the side that far. They'll kick forward that far. and not back very much because they get caught on his StarLord butt. He has an upper thigh swivel, double bend at that knee. He does have a boot cut swivel, and the ankles do have a lot of pivot, and they are on a disc. So that is all for articulation. And one more little complaint about this figure is they actually put these big pegs out the sides of his legs to hold his guns. So you just peg the trigger in on those pegs, but man, they look hideous when the gun's off of them. If you want the guns in his hands, then you're left with these big pegs flying out his hips. That's kind of an odd move. But I'll take a second now and get a few poses with this StarLord figure. So that's my look at the Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.2 StarLord Marvel Legends figure. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. This is a very nice Marvel Legends figure. I feel like they have really improved their design on the joints and things. Even posing this figure around was very easy. Wasn't real flimsy like the other ones I've had. It just felt like a nice sturdy figure. I think it has a good look to it, good head sculpt, very nice sculpt on the weapons. So this is one Marvel Legend figure that I really recommend, and I imagine it will be highly sought after on this wave. But that is all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.